You'll see, Christian. All you need is a little stroll down memory lane, and you'll remember why we need to be together.
Hey. How are you?
Hell out of here! What are you doing here?
I'm your Uncle Todd.
I remember my Uncle Todd, and you don't look anything like him.
Right? Hold on. Just wait a second.
What?
Ah. Look at that. That's a picture.
Well, that's me, but if that's you, where's your scar, and what happened to your hair?
I had plastic surgery. Well, okay, forget it. It's a long story. Suffice to say, a lot's changed since you were in high school.
The only thing that this picture proves that we're at the same place at the same time.
All right, here, look at this. My driver's license.
Oh, please. Any high schooler with half a brain can get a
would
fake
any
ID.
high schooler save your life? Do you remember CJ and the whole thing with Marty, and you were in a car crash, and I saved you from plummeting to your death?
You could have read about that.
How about the time when you slobbered all over my silk shirt because you didn't make editor of the school paper? And you remember that I offered to TP the other girl's house? And then you were so upset that I took you home and I made you chocolate milk with Cheerios, which is your favorite.
Uncle Todd?
Yeah. Now and forever.
Sorry about that.
It's all right, I'll survive. So where's Vicky?
She's in London. She took Bree to go and visit her cousins.
She went to London without consulting you?
Apparently. Why? What's your problem?
Thank you. My problem is that my daughter won't speak to me.
I saw Star after class. Shouldn't say you two were fighting.
What class?
High school. I re-enrolled.
Why?
Because I don't remember graduating.
Wow. Mitch really did a number on you, didn't he? And anyway, Star's not the problem. Danny is.
Who's Danny?
Danielle. My other daughter would tell you.
Danielle Rayburn is your daughter?
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. Anyway, yes. She's at the same high school. So if you see her in the hall, put in a good word for me. Oh, and if you see your friend Kelly, tell her to quit stalling and come work for me.
Listen.
Just snap. Just talk me up to them.
To your daughter, and I'm sorry, why do you want me to talk to Kelly?
Because she's my future most important employee.
Right.
Well, be sympathetic with your uncle. He's dying.
Well, have you tried talking to them?
Oh, yeah. I talking to them, leaving messages, buying expensive gifts.
Well, that's smothering them.
Oh.
Well, why don't you give them some room?
Because they'll get away then.
Well, if you give them half a chance, maybe they'll come back.
No. That kind of thinking only works if you're nice. If you're like me, it's full court press or it's nothing. So you can't give them a chance to think. If they think, then they realize they can't stand you, and then they'll never come back.
So you've been working on your self-esteem?
Yeah. I bring a lot to the party. But what I actually need is a spokeswoman like you to tell me. Well, you could tell them that you feel bad for me because I was so hurt, and you offered to fix them.
I offered to lose my best friend and to get Detention Danny upset with me.
Detention Danny?
Well, she gets in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's because of me. You see it? I need to get through to her.
Well, you need to get through to me first.
Well, what do you want?
Christian.
Are you going after Christian again?
Hello. Still in high school.
I have to tell you this because you're my niece. Christian was a mistake. Now, you've been given a free pass here. You can correct all those bad calls. So why don't you go find yourself a really nice guy, someone your actual age.
Hey, you're not listening to me. I love him.
Yeah, that he loves, what's her name? Evangeline's sister.
Who's Evangeline?
Oh, Jessica. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but, you know, you're a lot of work.
Are you talking about Layla? Because that's never gonna last. All I have to do is remind him of how it used to be.
Isn't there a part of you that realizes that's a mistake? I mean, he's moved on. And so have you. And once you remember your
No, but that's just it. I have remembered. I remembered how much Christian and I meant to each other, how special that we were. And once he remembers that, he'll come back to me. I know he will.
Yeah. I wouldn't count on it, sweetie.
No, but I gave him this box of mementos of stuff that we had when we were together, like pictures and notes and drawings that he did. And I saw his face when he opened it, and he still feels something for me.
Well, I just think you can do better.
Why do you hate Christian?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because he used to hang with Blair.
Blair and Christian?
Yeah, who would have thought, right?
But I don't understand. What do they have in common?
Both over 18.
Christian loves me.
Hey. He loved you. He did. But that was way back in high school, sweetheart. A lot has changed since then. Nobody's the same.
Mike!
Forget about Chris. You don't need him. Now listen to me. The universe has just handed you a big fat blank check. Right? This amnesia thing, it's brilliant. It's like a reset button. Why don't you forget the past? Why don't you forget that your life since high school ever happened, that you didn't date this string of losers, which happened, and that you never fell for Chris?
But I don't want to forget about Chris, okay? I love him. And so what? So time marches on. So what? It doesn't change the fact that I was his first love and he was mine. So he has a girlfriend now. Big deal. What am I supposed to do with all these feelings? Am I just supposed to pretend that I don't have them? Am I just supposed to pretend that they're not real? I can't do that. I love him. And I have this family and daughter that I don't remember. All I remember is how I feel about Chris. He's all I have. I can't let him go.
Sorry, Jess, I didn't mean to make you cry. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, well, that hasn't changed.
I know, it hurts, doesn't it? The last thing you need to hear is you lecturing me about letting go. I tell you what, you want him, you go get him. Yeah, sure, just lay it on the line. It's been my policy. Danny, Kelly.
Yeah, but you struck out. That's why you're here.
It's still early innings. I'm still fighting.
You know what? So am I. I have to go to class. Thanks, Uncle Todd. You always did know how to make me feel better.
You tell Danny that, okay?
I'll talk to Danny.